Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm going to have to edit the video. I was basically talking and I thought that the video was running. I forgot I put it on pause and it was running and it kind of clicked off. I don't know, sometimes I do crazy things. Um, but I think the phone might be dying a little bit, so maybe that's part of the reason. But I was just showing, this thing has a vacuum, but I don't know if the vacuum is working properly because the dust is coming out. It's supposed to be sucking the dust up. The instruction said turn it clockwise, and again, I don't know if it's this thing. I did turn this thing to clockwise because there's an arrow that's pointing that you're supposed to turn it to open it up for more dust to be collected. So I don't know, I'm working it, but I have a couple of guys that work with me that does this stuff. I'm going to also ask them. But I just don't think that it should be letting out this much dust because the whole idea for the vacuum bag, it has a vacuum bag, and the vacuum bag is supposed to suck in the dust, but it looks like the dust is not being sucked in and going out. So, but it's working pretty well because it's smoothing things out. I probably may put another coat, a thinner coat on it when I'm done with this one because I'm supposed to put another coat at least, but I just wanted to smooth out. Also, too, I think I'm kind of scraping parts that I'm not supposed to be touching. And also, oh Lord, this is my little speaker, and I got it sitting over here and it's gathering all this dust. Oh, that's the reason why I really want the vacuum thing to work differently, but it's not. So I may just stop this job today, and ask the guy who, I have some friends, not friends, but guys who come and work with me periodically. The guy who did the ceiling, who helped me put up the ceiling, because I helped him, he didn't do it by himself. I'm gonna ask him and probably get him to come, but every time they come, I pay him $25 an hour whenever he comes to do work for me. So, I'm working on a very, very tight budget, so if I can do anything myself, I do it without having to ask anybody, but, I limit doing certain things because I don't want to injure myself and I don't want it to be done wrong. So there were certain things that I did that wasn't right. When he came, he said, oh, you were supposed to do this or whatever. He gives me instruction, and sometimes something in the bathroom, we had to rebuild the wall connecting to the window because he said it wasn't done right. It wasn't leveled. Not that it wasn't done right, but it wasn't leveled so that when I put down the glass door, there will be spacing and the water would be able to seep out. But even though I fixed that, the water, when I put the let me just go and show, because when I'm talking, people may not be able to understand what I'm talking about until I can show it. I like to show things. And also the bathroom is kind of junky too. It's full of a lot of stuff. It's a work construction area. So a couple of things. So here is what I'm talking about. So this is the door, the shower door, and the door, this opening it was wider than the door, so I had to put this little piece there. I put this piece of wood, a couple of pieces of 2x4s on here, and so, but he had to redo it because he said when I put down the tiles, I don't know if you can see the finishing tile on. Let me try to. I'm using a tripod, so let me. I don't know if I can show. I'm not seeing it myself, but maybe I'll turn it, flip it. All right. So all this is from me removing. This is the drywall mud, kind of getting stuck on this stuff here. So, but anyway, so we had to put in this little extension here, and when I did it the first time, he used a level and it wasn't leveled out, so he redid it himself. So it's a little better, but even still, when I put this tile on here, it's not finished yet. You can see, I'll show you, I had to peel off some of the stuff that I put on here to protect the shower from water going down and getting on the wood. So I put down this green thing here is a water membrane, and that's this thing here from Lowe's. No, that's the tile adhesive. Sorry, that's okay. Yeah, this is the thing. It's a waterproofing and crack isolation membrane. So when you put it on, I put it on the cement, and I also put it on the plywood. And this black thing also, that's tar. So I covered the cement after I put this on the cement. I also covered it with tar as a double layer of protection, but I had to rip this piece off here where you can see when I was putting down this piece of plywood, because that it wasn't allowing the plywood to fit in there the right way, so I had to cut that piece off. But I'm not worried because it's still protected with that membrane, and I'm going to caulk it too with that silicone caulking water protection thing. But I wanted to show, like I said, the this piece. I have to finish putting the tiles. I started to draw the lines where the tile is supposed to go, but it's off. It's not aligning with this tile, the side tile. So I kind of left it, and I said, well. Also, when the guy came and he told me, oh, you were supposed to do this and do that, when we went downstairs, he built. I'm building a second bathroom downstairs, so when he went to put up the wall downstairs, he realized that the house itself is not even straight. The joist that they put up, the reason why this is the way that it is because of the joist. The joist is not straight, so that's why it was a little tricky for me. I thought it was because I'm an immature, but I realized it was because the joist is not straight the way that it is aligned, and so the house is a little bit curved, and it makes it a little harder sometimes when you're trying to measure things and make sure that they are aligned. But you can always fix it, so it's going to be fixed. So this week I will be finishing up the rest of the tiling. I put the the water protection on everywhere that I have screws to protect it, because this thing here is an actual waterproofing membrane within itself. But everywhere there's a crack, I put that green sealant on it, and then I will put the adhesive on there before I put the tile on there and make it pretty secure. And then once I'm done, after the grouting and everything, I'll also put another coating on top of that, a protective coating on top of that, to make sure that everything is pretty much sealed as far as water is concerned. So I just wanted to bring you up to date. I'm really hoping to get this. My goal is to get this whole project completed by September. I'm really working hard to get it done. It was the 4th of July weekend, and I actually took a little break, a whole week off. And recently too, I haven't been doing too much work, but now I'm starting to get back into doing it because it's July, August, and then September. I got basically 2 months, September, October, to get it done. So, but I'm happy that once I'm done smoothing out this, which it won't take long at all, I can take a day to just kind of finish out the joists with where all the taping was, and finishing up covering these things like this, because as an amateur, for some reason or another, every time I try to cut out the hole for the plugs, it somehow it was off. I don't know why my measurement always seemed to be off, but I can fix it. Like this one was kind of like that, and I fixed it. I think I talked about it before. I fixed it, so I can now just put the plate on top of it and screw it in, and it should be fine. And it's also the way that the guy who did this is also the way he did it too. I don't think he really did a good job on it. And some of it too, like if you can see, some of it is way back. In the living room here, I used the 3/4 size drywall rather than the 1/2 inch. The 1/4 inch drywall, which is thicker for noise protection. So this is way back. So this guy's gonna have to rewire this thing. He's gonna have to rewire it, cut out a big hole in there, rewire it for it to come out so that the plate, it would look right when I put the plate covering over it. But those are all finishing things. So like I said, I just wanted to just do a short little video to show you where I am. So right now I am, as I said, I'm going to be working on smoothing out all of the drywall mud, making sure the joints are smooth. And then my next video, I'm hoping, will be me painting. And that's probably going to be sometime next week. All right. So, as always, like I always say, turn your lemons into lemonade. Make the best out of every situation. I did my hair, braided my hair. And my hair looks a little bit rough this morning because I braided it. You can see some of the gray hairs coming in. I braided it with some extensions because I had it kind of twisted for the weekend, but I'm probably going to take it out and just let my hair be. As always, turn your lemon into lemonade. Make the best out of every situation. You can do it. If you've been following my journal, you'll see where I've come from. Yes, I had to, I made a decision. I didn't have to. I made a decision instead of going to get an apartment to live in. I realized since I already have these property, I might as well put the money into it, put the work into it. And then once it's renovated, I can either stay here or I can rent it out or sell it or whatever I choose to do. So, but I'm hoping to be able to sell the property because I have another property, which is a duplex that I will have to take the money to renovate. And this time I'm not going to do it myself because I'll probably have enough money where I can hire a contractor to start the duplex. And then what I'm going to do with the duplex is rent out both apartments for some type of residual income, and then I will get started on my permanent home for myself, either buying something or buying another fixer-upper and fix it up myself. So the journey continues, but I am glad, I am blessed. I thank God I've come this far. Doing this work myself, for the most part, has helped through my healing process, because it's been something that I can do. A lot of times it takes my mind off of my problems, and it just helped me to focus on what I want to accomplish. And it hasn't been easy. This work, it looked easy, and it looked like, even for myself, it's like, oh, I'll put up the drywall and I can do it in a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. But as you can see, it's taken me a long time, because I do a little bit at a time. The bathroom took the longest time. I put a lot of time and effort into the bathroom, because I do the work basically on the weekends, and sometimes when I get home from work, I'm still working a full-time job. I have to, because of my income. I have to make sure that I can maintain all the bills. I'm still paying mortgage on the restaurant, even though I sold the restaurant, but we sold it on a contract for deed, and they're paying monthly, and the money that they're paying right now is going strictly towards paying off the loans that we have. So that's a great help to me. So I still had to work to sustain myself, and the money that I'm making from here is the money that I put into buying the material, and like I said, occasionally paying a professional to do the work that I can't do. So continue to push, continue to strive, continue to believe in yourself. You don't have to do construction. You can do something that you have a passion for. Just find that thing that you have a passion for and put your energy into it, and believe that whatever you want, you can achieve. With my life and my journey, I realized that even with my husband, I prayed, to be married, but sometimes they say, be careful what you pray for, because everything that we ask for will come true. But when you have to make sure that the thoughts that you're thinking, the things that are going through your mind, aligns with what you really want. Because I believe the reason why I attracted my husband is because I had been in a relationship with someone similar to him, and I think that I recreated the same person in my husband, not knowing, thinking that I didn't want this person. And I'm not saying anything negative, that he's, bad. He's just doing what he knows to do. But it wasn't what, he just wasn't the person that he said he was. And and things just didn't work out between the two of us. But this is not saying anything bad towards him, but that the type of relationship that we were in is not the type of relationship that I thought that I wanted to be in, or the situation wasn't what I wanted. And eventually the marriage ended. There was a lot of hurtful things that was done deliberately to hurt me and to spite me because of whatever reason, but that's okay, because now it has made me that much stronger, and I have decided to also encourage others, and that's why I do these little videos. That's why I decided to journal, do a video journal. So turn your lemons into lemonade. Believe in yourself. Find anything that picks you up. Sometimes when I'm doing this kind of work, I listen to music, inspirational music. Now I like to listen to whenever I'm feeling down, I like to listen to instrumental music without words, because the old songs that I used to listen to bring back a lot of memories of things that are hurtful. So I stay away from anything that's going to cause me to rethink the past over and over, because that's how we create our reality, is through repetition. And if you're repeating the same thoughts in your head, you are manifesting those same situations back into your life. So we have to learn how to control our thoughts and focus on the things that we want rather than things we do not want to appear in our lives. And that's how we elevate. So until next time, I gotta get ready for work now. Until next time, be blessed. Turn your lemons into lemonade. You can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. Bye-bye.